A goodly evening, this is Nerdist the Human, and welcome to Civilization 5, where, well, today I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'm going to be playing a little bit of Comfort, which is Civilization 5, and we're going to be going through the whole campaign here in just a one-off episode, really. Going for some Deity. I always regret going for Deity, but having won it once, I do occasionally go back to it and remember why I don't like it. Hopefully with Pocatello we can have ourselves some nice big territory, extra combat bonus in their own territory, which we're going to need because Deity normally means you get massively attacked. So we'll see how this all goes. Pocatello, I do quite like this little setup. We also do get the Pathfinder, which is very nice for the early game, and really that's the part that is most enjoyable. So we're on a standard pace rather than the fast pace. I do want to do a little bit of exploring, so we'll head on into the game and we'll get straight onto it. Not a bad starting point, it should be said, and on my very first click there's no restarts going on here, although I'm very much an advocate for restarting as many times as you fancy on Civ. You're going to spend as many hours as you're going to on this game playing any round, you might as well actually pick a start you like. So yeah, I'm going to move over to this hill. This hill immediately calls out to me. We've got double river going on, excellent for defence. We've got the mountain observatory in the future, and yeah, a bit of extra defence on the hill, bit of extra production for the city, always nice to have. And so we are going to have some production over here, but yeah, a lot of food by the looks of this. Double wheat, floodplains. Oh yeah, this is looking very nice indeed. As we settle our city then, we can see some new ruins to the south. I think we'll just continue pressing on in this direction for now. We do, though, have ourselves cotton as well as wine, so I think it's going to make sense to go towards Calendar. But, yeah, bear in mind we probably want to head towards quarries before too long because there might be important production for us. Aha! There are some lovely, tasty ruins. I think, yeah, we'll get ourselves another Pathfinder, particularly on any particularly slow-paced game. This is just standard time, but that feels slow-paced these days. Oh yes, population for Thomas. I will happily have that. Early doors, that's going to help us out very nicely. Yeah, I always think it makes sense to go for exploration at the start of the game. It's the most fun way of playing, I think, but also, when you're not on super quick speed, you should be able to go and find a fair few ruins. Let's continue moving over in this direction. Aha! More ruins. And of course I am getting to choose my particular options here with the Pathfinder. So yes, we're going to go for some technology to see what we get. A bit of archery, very nice. We're going to need that for when we're inevitably attacked by, everybody. Oh, meet the neighbours. We have William of the Netherlands. Probably a friendlier option that we could have had. He has some copper. Very nice, sir. I do see some copper pretty close. So, yeah, I'm guessing copper this part of the world. They're over this side of the river with me. We've also found some water. So that could be of interest. Let's press over here. Oh, more neighbours. It's Venice. Okay, Venice is probably quite a good one, actually. They're not going to be expanding, of course, and always snipe them off if we need to. I can confirm that Venice are indeed right there, which is not too far away, just the other side of this little mountain range, which is probably good for our defence. Also got the river crossing, so I'm not too worried about them over in this part of the world. Oh, it should be said there are some nice spots to settle on this river. Thinking probably this forest here, wheat, wine, citrus. Oh yeah, that's looking lovely. And actually up here, not too bad either, actually. Maybe this exact spot that we're currently standing on. So down south, we do now have ourselves a new Pathfinder, as well as some new neighbours who are potentially problematic. We probably should take an upgrade to the unit, but I'm going to just make sure we pile in on the culture, actually. I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do. I'm probably just going to start with tradition just to get the extra culture from the capital, but I'll probably then pop into liberty because I probably am just going to want to get the work of the settler out that way, because I'm not getting... Right, I'm getting a lot of population growth, by the way, it should be said. I'm going straight for the granary on this occasion. Wheat and wheat looking very delicious indeed. Yeah, only turn 11 and already only 5 turns from population 4. That is not bad at all. Down south, not only have we met Valletta and Ife, both of them were, 30 gold for us. So we're the first faction to meet them, and it looks like we are on a coast over here. I think then we'll start swinging up in this direction with this scout because, no one else has met them, which is a good sign for us. And I'm starting to see some tundra, so you might start to be at the edge of useful territory down here. So, alright, the capital is probably safe from enemies for now, at least from this part of the world. Over here, another barb camp, but we do have more of this stuff, more population. Oh, I absolutely love the ability to just choose that stuff. So good. There's Mount Kailash as well. Probably a bit far for us. I suspect we can make it about here, but Kailash, I'm not sure we want to be growing too much on a Deity game, but we'll see, maybe in time. A few turns and one crash later, and we have ourselves a Pantheon. We've got extra food for banana, citrus, and wheat. And of course, 2 wheat here means we are getting literal buckets of food from these particular tiles. We've got more wheat and citrus over in this direction too. So our second city, which now is on the way, is going to be very delicious indeed. Another future city which is going to be delicious in other ways is Winetown over here. Now, alright, I actually don't have any faith income. I think it's just meeting particular city-states that's given me some faith so far. So I'm not going to worry about the great profit. But yes, it's probably start to be a good time to upgrade units. Probably a decent idea to get some tech. But this gets us straight up to composite bowmen. This seems like a nice corner of the empire for, just an extra bit of, well, I would like one city on the sea. Bit of fish, lots of wine, some sheep. Oh, there's going to be excellent food over here. And it looks like a nice little mountain border to the north. Elsewhere, by the way, yes, we met Zurich over in the west. We can see the borders of the Dutch lands looking very nice indeed. It should be said. We've also met the French. The Dutch seem pretty friendly. Venice are normally manageable, but the French, they can be dicks. So I have to keep an eye on old Napoleon here. With our second city ready to be settled, then we do need to just start sorting out these barbarians. Now, to be fair, I actually basically have no upgrades in my city at this point. I have gone for, in the culture tree, the free worker, which is good for me. But we want to get the wine down, want to get some of the happiness sorted out. That's just been sorted, which means we're ready to settle city number 2, Timok. And we've got all of this lovely stuff, extra border growth, of course. That's what we want to see. The question is, where's the next city? I do want up here. I need to know from this guy really more of what's in this direction. Bananas, very nice. Not sure we want to settle quite that far. Maybe we will. Depends on if we eat Venice in time or not. But extra city. We probably just want to keep moving along the river, I think, because, nothing too much to the south. Don't want to deal with this desert. Happy to let the Dutch sit there. The real question is, where exactly are the French, and how long until they punch me in the face? Number turns on, and as we settle our third city, Agaduca, we can probably get our answer to the question of the French, because, yes, here they seem to be, a town up there, Tours down here, which feels a long way from Paris. I feel like you are very much forward set. I say forward setting. It's not quite that, but it does feel like as far as they should possibly be pushing, to be honest. Not really having that. We're in a bit of a race to grab these bison. I'm not going to bother buying the tile. I probably should, but I'm not going to worry about it, because when we inevitably end up at war, I'll just burn the city down instead. We are going to build walls immediately. Probably the best plan at this point, but we have now hooked up lots and lots of new extra shiny things. We've also met some neighbours to the north, by the way. We have Polynesia, who seem friendly enough. It looks like an excellent boundary up here. Technically a small path, but we can block that easily with the city that will be coming in the future. Don't need to worry too much about stealing things. Not going to try and steal the gems. I think we'll be fine to stay this side of the mountain range. Maybe we could plug this gap in time, but I'm not too worried for now. I'm mostly worried about, I'll get this watermill done, but then I'm going to start piling out some units, because we need to make sure we're protected. This feels like a bit of border tension could happen if we don't settle this down and make sure we're both happy with our new arrangements. Should be said, I did build this about a turn before them, and it's basically the only iron I can see in my entire empire. This one's just a little bit too far away. I guess I could go here and buy it, but it doesn't feel quite worth it for, yeah, 2 iron. This is 6 iron. This is us sorted for a long time, and I see no other choice for me. We're going to need that iron to fight off any potential invaders. Speaking of which, here come the French peacekeeping force. Oh, isn't it friendly of them to come along? Guys, there's plenty of peace here. No need to bring the peace. This is definitely a war, isn't it? I think it's a war. Okay, our next city is going to be set up over here, though. We are pretty much ready to settle her down. So we should probably just immediately, yeah, shoot down the last of that barb, who just about, damn it, yeah, build that. Lovely stuff. And there's the barb camp that's been causing me problems over there. But yes, the walls just got built. Probably very, very good timing indeed. And we'll be shuffling along more of our units. Thank you very much. I have actually got myself, a garrison over here. So I think we'll be sending these guys over. Unfortunately, I haven't built roads because, I haven't been doing that. So, all right, we're quite big in terms of our numbers. They're all right, but this is a problem. As you can probably imagine, all is going to hell now. William's completed the Parthenon. The Great Wall's been built in some mysterious land. How we even know about it, I don't know. And, of course, the French are indeed invading. We're just going to have to try and hold the line. We do have some hills here. We do have some river. But this guy's just going to go stand on this hill and just sort of slow down any kind of encirclement as we desperately get all of our other lads over in this direction. Yeah, composite bowmen, spearmen. Even if we win, I think we can potentially hold them. Maybe. Even if we can win this, it's going to cripple us for a long time going forward. And that's just ruined a trade deal, hasn't it? Yes, indeed it has. Suffice to say, things could be going better. We do seem to be quite surrounded at this point. It's not going great over here. We have some reinforcements. The map's even blistering at this point. We do though finally have these horses ready, assuming they don't decide to wreck the horses. But that does mean we can at least start to get some reinforcements in quicker from the capital. The one thing that I have done fairly well is generally I have been taking out their infantry. They have a few over here now. God, this is not going that well. The cavalry have finally arrived, which is very helpful, to be honest, because we are struggling to hold on to this. It has been down at 0L for quite a while, but at this point, we just can't quite get this darn battle over the line. Can we just shoot someone? Yeah, you shoot them as well. Great general, that's just what we need. Lovely. This is going to turn around now. We have managed to consistently kill the infantry. So despite this being at no health for a long time now, about the last 8 turns or so, yeah, they've not been able to walk on in. And I think at this point we might just have the turning point of this war here. I mean, it's crippling my entire growth and economy and happiness and everything. I've no trade routes or anything, but I think we might finally managed to create a stalemate here. And Civ 5 is hilarious with all of its nonsense diplomacy. Look at this, we've got him on the run and he wants 3 of my 4 cities. What an absolute pilchard. No, sir. You're going to give me, I don't know, all your money at the very least. Let's propose that. And, I don't know, 20 gold as well. Nowhere near a fair deal. Indeed, it's not. But we now have him on the run. I say on the run, he's running on in. But at this point, we've got him. Can we counterattack, though? Because to actually ever get peace in this game, we do normally need to do something to punch them in the face. It's going to make me the warmonger. But, you know what? Maybe we just need to scare everyone. We must not let war define who we are, he says. You know what, sir? I don't necessarily disagree. I'm pretty certain, that the city is falling to me pretty darn soon. So, how about you give me all of your gold and we'll propose something like that. He is only really accepting straight peace. And if he's only going to accept straight peace, yeah, we're not having a white peace, sir. I'm not having that. You've crippled my empire for too long for any of that nonsense. Give me some happiness, and we'll do it. No. No, I refuse, sir. And at this point, yeah, I mean, what's he going to do? I have it surrounded. We have 4 sides of infantry. We have 2 archers. We have a catapult. We have a great general. We have more reinforcements. And by that, I mean 1 unit, because I've started actually building infrastructure, damn it. Colosseum is coming. Workshops are coming. We haven't got our science is abysmal, by the way, because actually at turn 30 we had libraries. We had library, and I could have actually almost got to the point of sorting that out, but no, we're just going to be stuck, I think, with the situation we're in, which is that yeah, we have no national college, but we're not too far away from bombarding the hell out of Tours and taking it if we really have to. With this upgrade to the catapult, I think we can finally get this done. And okay, we're probably going to lose a few of these units going in, are we? Can we just squeeze it? Yes, we can. Thank Jeebus. Okay, raise the city. And with that, hopefully, the French, you'd think, might want to negotiate some kind of a peace deal. Namely one where at least I get a bucket of money. No, they don't want to do it. In fact, to be honest, I'm quite happy just to give them their terrible, terrible city back. Do you want your terrible city? No, they don't. They're a bunch of tits, fine. Well, we'll go and build our farms, hopefully get things, I don't know, a bit of infrastructure actually created. That would be very nice indeed, wouldn't it? If the French don't want it back, then maybe someone else wants it. Hello, Dutchy McGee. Do you fancy a city by any chance? Yeah, what would you give me for this? That's not a lot, to be honest. Not a lot. But, why not? Let's create chaos! Oh, lovely. Okay, so, we could, in theory, go and, grab some land. But, you know, we'll just see how it goes. I'll see if they decide to actually burn this down. It's pretty weak at this point. Quite happy to just take the land we've got and defend it, to be honest. And maybe they'll just cause some war between them instead of me. That'll be fine. And if the Dutch ever do attack me, then I have something to take off them immediately, which maybe is just a bargaining chip. On that note, before anything stupid does happen, let's start moving some units back in this kind of a direction. Actually, yeah, we'll just leave our defensive catapult and our archer over here. We're going to make the general, I'd say he can move back to central parts of our territories. That'll be magnificent. And the cavalry can just about work their way back home. Lovely. And I'm going to offer the French a white peace. At this point, we'll just have to accept that. We don't even have a border anymore. Let us not worry about any of that nonsense. Amazing. The game is so incredibly stupid. It's unbelievable. It's come to my attention you have a large number of units on my border. You mean the border I just gave you, utter tit? Yes, I only hope that is indeed the case. Indeed, well, at the very least, we can potentially appease him very easily by moving our units back. The thing I find kind of funny about this is how many units even are close? Just the one. And that probably sums up how the game's going at this point. Lots and lots of miserable sounds, but at the very least, there we go. We've got cities growing. We're just about neutral on happiness. This is nice and isolated. That's the pyramid, isn't it? Yeah, that's the pyramid that we didn't complete. Brilliant. Onto a workshop instead, which we should have really just focused on. You know what, sir? We can go and build a road, so I think that's what we're going to do at this point. Probably should build those at turn 109. God. I can't help but notice that the Dutch appear to be not quite invading, but not far off it. Now, they have just demanded tribute off Ife, which I let slide, if only because, yeah, I didn't really want to get into an immediate other war. But I suspect I'm going to need, yes, walls. Yes, might be needing those quite soon, actually. So let's just make sure we've got everyone shuffling along. We aren't getting the roads built, if nothing else. So yeah, let's get these roads built. Let's get a couple more of these units in this direction. We'll leave this guy over here. I think Tours won't really cause us any issues. But yeah, they've been not so friendly since, well, early in the French War actually. So I was going to build a road over here as well. Probably not so important to connect that one. But this... yep. Yep. The world is destined to be mine. Yeah, okay, that horse is dead. That was a scout horse as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so we have a new war. Brilliant. Well, at least we are about to build a wall. We have the river, and I've purposely been building the road on this side of the river to make sure that this exact situation. Oh, get out of my way, you utter gibbon. Right, yeah, I did want to make sure that we were fine from this particular situation, and yeah, actually because of that, now we can't move him either. It's fine, we'll upgrade the pikemen while we're waiting around the turn. It'll all be absolutely fine. We're about to start trading with them as well for some science, Pete's sake. Okay, they are stupid enough to immediately come and attack us. You know what? We'll just start shooting them down. It's absolutely fine. Everything is fine. Probably. Mostly. We'll just sit back and chill out. This is probably a good time to slap down the citadel, I would say, right here next to the city, and that just means that I don't see how they're going to push their way in. You just move over here as well, that'd be absolutely fine. We'll just continue to get this road built by these two lads. Thank you for finishing that job. Get the composite bowman done. Oh god, why does it never stop on the plus side? Bit of a golden age, that's nice to be had, and we get a free person. Normally that'd be a scientist. Should we get a general? Bit of a risk not to. I think we're actually far from getting a new one anyway. Not horrendously far. You know what? It might be fine. With Alan Turing sitting down at a lovely academy, I think that's going to be the only way we're going to win in the long term, so I think that's what we're going to do. We'll shoot down that guy. Kind of noticed that yeah, they seem to be coming for the city over here instead, which isn't great for us, but we'll just have to make it work, I suppose. They might well burn down that mine. That'd be a bit of an annoyance, I'll be honest. Not ideal is potentially the British way of putting it, but it's fine because we're at least going to build these roads, even if we lose one of these or both of these workers at this point. It's absolutely fine, absolutely fine. You just go and do some work. You'll be okay. No need for you to panic, but we will charge him out. See if we can do anything else. I'm not too concerned about actually losing a city in this war from the current state of things. We're rigging the election with Zurich. That was to try and get them on side since they were bordered with the Dutch. That wasn't quick enough in play, as it turns out. But we are managing to, yeah, by and large, shoot down their actual infantrymen pretty darn effectively thus far. So I'm quite happy with that situation. He's right next to the citadel, so we'll just let him kill himself. And yeah, at this point, adjacent heals for other units. Yeah, we'll probably take that. We'll just take medics all around, actually. Not a terrible idea. They're burning things. I could probably do with another unit in that part of the world, but I can't spare him right this second. So that's okay. But yeah, I should probably get myself more units. Oh, fine, we'll get another swordsman. You sir can come over and build this road, because why ever not? We're just going to continue with normal life in most of the Empire. It's starting to look like I have them on the retreat, actually, which is good timing because I just lost my unit in the Citadel and I just managed to reach to, yeah, my academy. But that's okay. I didn't mean to move you there, sir. I meant to move you over in this direction, but that's fine. Yeah, we're going to get you on open terrain. That'll be grand, and you can probably just move back towards the city at this point. Yeah, this is looking very nice indeed. We can start to move people out in this direction. He's going to get shot, obviously, in the short term, but that's fine. Just be aggressive about it. We do have a new great general coming through, and the farmers, you know, like we managed to get our workers getting some nice jobs done in the meantime. We've managed to steal a unit off the Dutch as well, which is always good fun. I'm going to move the defensive catapult up towards Tours. Another quick Tours constantly grows. Obviously it does have the cows and the rice and things like that and the bison. But yeah, just the fact that this town is never even... It was actually here before and it just doesn't ever get an opportunity to grow at all. I guess we'll just get a basic granary. One day if we ever have peace, we might be able to do some actual, like, you know, trade between our peoples. National College. Sod the war. That's what I want. And in comes the classic bit of, diplomacy, where I have to give them all of the territories for some peace. So there we go. I didn't accidentally misclick. We have peace. Dandelo is plotting against me. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he absolutely is. We have peace once again. It's now turn 130 and we still haven't built the National College. I have been building it. Aqueducts. We're getting ourselves some workshops. Maybe this time we can actually have some goddamn sodding peace. At the very least, there we are. If we fix that up, our happiness should... Not sure why that didn't fix the happiness, but our happiness should be just about where we want it to be, for Pete's sake. Of course, it couldn't last very long because it was being declared by the French in spite of the fact that Tours is in the way. Why don't they just want Tours? I was about to move my troops back in that direction. Obviously, he knew. That's a lot of trade deals gone, although we're happier now we're at war with the French. Priorities. We've discovered sailing. Oh, that's going to save us. Absolutely ridiculous. I was going to buy a cargo ship because we're still terrible at, using anything like ships. That costs 480. Can't afford that. Rather buy something for war. So, okay. Looks like we're sending this lad over here to go and help with Adica. So, let's go in. Send units back off to war. God knows it never ends. This is why I don't play Deity. Oh dear. It's an interesting turn. We have a great writer. Maybe we should get on that immediately and just grab ourselves new treaties. I'm going to go and grab legalism. I'm trying to get a bit more culture in, so that will be very nice indeed. Now, important turn because time for the Citadel. Which, it's not going to protect the iron, which is currently already pillaged. The game does still recognise that, annoyingly. But, actually, we could get these guys moving in this direction. This guy could technically take him, but I'm not too concerned about it. Let's just make sure. Okay, that's done that job. That's very nice indeed. Yeah, you go and give them... Ooh, actually, we have a new unit here. Yeah, let's go and give people a punch in the face. The problem we mainly got here is that the musketeers are so much stronger than us. They're now starting to, not take enough damage whereby they can basically heal up unless we concentrate every bit of damage we have. And we've lost our archers at this point. So yeah, last bit of reinforcements come in. But this is not necessarily ideal. I think we can hold them off, particularly now we got this citadel. That should pretty much be able to hold the line. But this has been long and painful, and once again, we're just sitting around waiting to one day, maybe, have some peace. And I think we've just about managed to hold on here. We're going to shoot down the last of those musketeers. We got so low on the health there, but okay. The Koreans are on our side at this point, so they are actually attacking the French, or at least started a war. I don't know how it's going, but certainly at this point, that is a positive for us. I don't know how many more reinforcements they can make. There are though some strange things going on with regards to, this iron over here, which it says 6 iron, that's fine. Obviously it was pillaged before the Citadel. Citadel should mean that you get the resource no matter what. I don't know if it's just permanently pillaged now though, because it says 0 total, -1 for the one that's being used by this unit here, I guess. But we should be getting it. Now, I did try this because I was curious, and if I tried to build the mine, it would... Yeah, there was no repair option, and if you build the mine, you're just going to replace the citadel. So I think we've just lost our iron. Unless you want to lose the citadel, we're going to lose the iron, basically, and I think the citadel is going to be quite necessary going forward. Oh dear. Not only are people entering the industrial era, Brazil has entered into ideology as well. And I've only just got the printing press. I'm just getting optics. Amazing. To be fair, I'm going back to that, so that's kind of reasonable. But okay, time to assign delegates here. And I'm going to just vote for Venice because they're already, you know, miles ahead of everyone else. So we might as well. Can I do anything in this game to actually win from here? Probably not. I feel like I've got so far behind from all these wars. But at this point, we are starting to build Oxford University. So at the very least, we are actually building something, you know, doing something positive for our future science. I don't know if it will ever work out, but we're going to try and catch up. We've got an aqueduct over Ruddywell here. Oh yeah, I was going to go and talk to the Dutch because stop to spy. No. Yeah, you see, I was just offered by Napoleon to attack the Dutch, but I'd rather warn them, to be honest. But hey ho, at this point, yeah, we've their new city up here, which I'm kind of happy enough with, to be honest. The French don't have any. Well, they technically do have this little tiny bit which could one day reach to us, but yeah, they basically only have a border with the Dutch now, so hopefully they'll leave us alone. But we will see about that. The Dutch are probably the ones we need to most worry about. I never did bother building. There we are. There's optics in 1130 AD. You never did bother building a city over here. That sugar's gone to Venice now these days anyway, so I needn't worry about it. Not worth building the city. But yeah, with the -1 happiness, we do have a little problem to go and fix. I did just manage to get printing press though, so maybe I just need to start with the zoo. 15 turns for a cocking zoo. No, I think we'll get the ironworks first, actually. So, right. Yes, let's just build some trading posts. Let's just do what the AI does, because apparently it's much better than me. An interesting end turn, actually. Zurich is now only 5 away from being under my control. And with the election about to happen, that is excellent timing indeed. World's Fair is underway. We are trying, damn it, but we'll see about that. A bit of research does need to be picked up at this point. We just need to head towards industrialization. Just push. And unhappiness, yes. We need less unhappiness. We're still on the basic nonsense of tradition. But we built the road. That's very nice indeed. We'll build a farm here because we're on the riverfront. That's absolutely fine. Oh dear, we might one day pull this back, but it's going to be slow going, I would say. Victory and glory is upon us. We've reached industrialization, which is very nice indeed. And what's also nice is the French and the Dutch attacking each other. That's very good. It's pretty much what I wanted from giving them tools all those years ago. As for us, though, well, we just got ourselves a silver medal in the World's Fair. So grabbed ourselves a nearly finished tradition. Bloody hell. Okay, we need to adopt rationalism pretty darn quick. We need that underway. I mean, this is not helpful in any way. +1 happiness for every 10 citizens in the city. Okay, well, that's something, isn't it? We can gain a little bit of happiness from that, but not an awful lot. We do have a mine already for the coal, and unlike the iron, yeah, it isn't ignoring it. I think we've got some in a trade right now. Anyway, we are playing catch-up, but for the time being, we're vaguely peaceful, and we're 4 turns from an observatory, so that's good. I kind of think, though, that the Dutch are looking a bit more mad. The Americans have now asked me to join a war against them. I would love to, because I do think they are completely mental, but I don't want any more war, and I have nothing to offer whatsoever. We probably, annoyingly, need to actually get a few units out. Is a Gatling gun all I can really do? It might be. I need a few defensive Gatling guns. So that might be where we have to go next. Scientific theory. We just need to double down on all of that nonsense. And we do need to spend our money purchasing a caravel. Because I quite like to do it just a tiny bit of exploring. And make sure that there's nothing out there which is magical and perfect that might just give us, like 3 new resources, which might just boost our happiness and give us, I don't know, just a little bit of an intrigue going forward. Both Polynesia and Korea are asking me to declare war on Napoleon. Now, again, I would agree. Him taking back doors and taking Nijmegen, is a bit troubling. The Dutch, possibly, if they've not attacked me, could have had some units to go and deal with that. But hey-ho. Yes, over in this part of the world, by the way, if you're interested in the exploration, turns out that Polynesia are colossal, which I guess I could have known if I'd actually bothered to actually look at their cities on the trade menu, but I did not. So yeah, they are massive. I don't know. This is obviously the capital. Is this they start at sea or something like that, don't they? So yes, who knows? Who knows? Let's should we consume a great work? Yes, let's have ourselves a great work. That'd be marvellous stuff. Lovely stuff. We have Chikochu. And kind of a notice that yes, the French, if they're going to be done over here, have cannon. We are just going to race down the bottom of the tree that I've been ignoring just because I've had some peace. But yeah, I would love to go and get that hydro plant. But for the time being, I don't think we can manage to pull that one off. So public schools and factories, that's the way forward. We're already getting ourselves factory and hydro plant. Yeah, let's get another factory over here. I think we'll just buy one in the capital, to be honest, and hope that will do the job. In the meantime, most of our land is now covered. I mean, all this river, I mean, the hydro plants are going to be astronomically powerful for us. So yeah, let's just work our way towards them. Just make sure we have enough minimal military to deal with any potential situations. Yeah, let's get these moving over here. For that we're now friends, we were friends of Almaty, is helpful because they have been gifting me some units. We should have a spy establishing surveillance there. You know what, let's just give them a gift just to get us into friend zone again. Back in the friend zone, which is excellent news on this occasion. Almaty will be a very helpful militaristic partner if we can get them on side, because yeah, we want to make sure this is blocked up a little bit more. Zurich here is nice to have in between us and one side of the Dutch. But yeah, just got to keep an eye on that because we don't have much military, and if we get in a war now, I'm going to die. And I can't be bothered to even watch my empire collapse at that point. Also, what is this? Like, why? I can't help but notice that the Dutch seem to be building a road through my territory, which, are they allowed to do that? I didn't build that road, and they do seem to have a worker there. Wait, what's going on? I'm paying for this, right? I'm totally the one who's paying for this. Alright, well, at least my economy is actually good enough to perhaps cope with that. Oh dear, that's a bit of an odd one. Fine, one turn away from market over there in that godforsaken, wine-drunken hellhole. I mean, it's just... This place has just never done anything. I mean, this place is still tiny, but at least this one's been punched in the face constantly. Yeah, unfortunately, our expansion over in this side of the world looks limited because of the Polynesians existing. I went south thinking at least this might be the quieter bit. No, it seems to be quite busy over in that part of the world. According to President Pedro II of Brazil, the spies have discovered that Napoleon is planning a sneak attack on Agatica. I mean, I'm not thinking it's that sneaky. It's kind of been our entire history, friend, but thank you for your help. It is appreciated. We're doomed if that happens. I mean, we could potentially block that line. Musketmen helps. I mean, we were taking on Musketmen a long time ago, but I mean, I can get Longswordsmen for now. I mean, that's something. You know what we could do with those yields improving? So that, yes, aristocracy. Okay, good. It's 1370 we finished the tradition tree. That's excellent. The French actually have spare sugar, probably because they've got their old city back. But no, Thomas, you want the sugar for the wine. Oh, amazing. We finally... I mean, are they going to ruin this deal immediately by attacking me? I think they are. But someone wanted sugar, and they're going to love me for having it for at least one day. And now Napoleon wants open borders. No, actually. And I know that you probably just want to continue attacking the Dutch, but I'm not having it. You, sir, can have open borders because I'd like you to come and meet him in the field. Thank you very much. I suspect they're just going to come and smash through me now. The problem is if I gave them open borders, all they do instead is end up in that Dutch land at Haarlem and then attack my capital, I'd imagine. Everyone else can have open borders. Just sod off the goddamn French. They're about to attack, aren't they? They totally are. The French are once again asking for open borders, and I once again will refuse. They haven't declared war immediately, but it can't be long before they decide that's what they want to do. They're not at war anymore. It looks on that Dutch caravan that they're not, unless the game just hasn't decided to eat it yet. But that's a little bit concerning. Ideology adopted. I might be the last one here. Polynesia's gone order, as did America. Old communist scum. So yes, we're going to have to follow the Americans into communism, which isn't a phrase I was expecting to say. Your weakness is my opportunity. There was no trust. Fear not. So, very well. In comes the attack. As I said, I had no... Oh, you took my worker. He was building a trading post, man. The most important of all the buildings. Okay, well... That's unsurprising, but at least maybe the Dutch are going to keep them distracted. You want wine for oil, mate? I don't know what oil is, so how about... No. In very good timing, Sydney is very close to being my ally, and they have a big pile of units. So, with that war started, Sydney are now on the side. Almaty is 91 away, so that's going to need the actual election. Sorry, US, I'm actually stealing all your allies repeatedly here. Don't mean to do it. It is unfortunately just the way it goes. But yes, we're back to this old war situation again. We'll see how that goes. We might have to stop building this public school actually. No schools for anyone. We'll have to finish building that, I think, mind you. Musketman. Build a musketman. Build the musket man. And then we will build the public school. 7 turns from that. I don't... You know what, we're just going to try and hold off. We're going to try and hold off. And there's also a session for arts funding. I don't know if we want that either. I kind of want to catch up with science. I need to do the science catch-up one, I think. And in excellent timing, it's time for the wars to be declared. Oh, yeah, the world now sees the way it's going. We've got Polynesia and Korea declaring war on the opponent at the same time. That's great, especially as, yeah, Zurich and Sydney have also obviously declared war. Cultural Heritage Site fails. Arts funding passes. I did think I put 1 in there just for the sake of it. Okay. We've got furs at long last. Yes, because we got this in. Oh, yeah, things are starting to snowball just a tiny, tiny, teensy-weensy bit. So that's nice. I'm just going to take out the rifles as much as possible, to be honest. I don't like these lancers getting behind my lines, though. Need to do something about them. So let's just go and bring this. There's the road to help the lancer. Maybe you can send your army through. I mean, maybe that's what they were trying to do all this time. You're welcome to keep sending your armies. I'm going to help punch them in the face at this point. But yes, a lot of deals just ended, and I probably need to figure out what's going on. An intriguing situation. Groningen appears to be part of Zurich now, which is very interesting. I'm guessing this must have been taken by the French. I mean, obviously, yeah, Groningen seems to be like it would fit in with the Dutch. So, yeah, presumably the French took it and Zurich have just nabbed it back. That's excellent stuff. So, porcelain incense. I don't know that there's actually anything good here, but you know what? A bit more power. This is looking like a strong section of the map for us now. And by the way, being the strong sections, yeah, the French are not making their way through me at all. I've even got, yeah, this little bit plugged up. I say plugged up as if this is a magical border, but I don't think they wanted to be declaring war on Venice. And Venice have been pretty long-term chill friends of mine. Also, what are you doing here, Mr. Gatling Gun? Why is there always a random unit just standing in my territory for some reason? You get yourself over there and we'll go and plug the gap this way. That's fine. That Gatling gun just on a charge towards the capital. 1 turn, though, away from the factories. And that's pretty darn cool because we are as well 1 turn away from the hydro plant. And the hydro plant, oh yeah, that is going to be magnificent for me. Everyone should be on Fortify. Oh yeah, and up here we've got all of this nonsense. big fleet. I don't know, yeah, so I did wonder why Venice hadn't eaten all of my city-state friends over here. Looks like they've been eating some in that part of the world instead. Up here, we were trying to tell this guy to get on with that, but he keeps on ignoring my suggestions. So, as we end our turn, yeah, the French are pushing at us. It's not quite managing to get it over the line in any particular unit. Hopefully, we'll get ourselves a new general very soon, and we can go and eat some of the territory. I mean, I would say we go and grab some land of Tours, but let's not do that. I quite like this little border section we have over here. It's quite good for me. We've met Jerusalem. We got 4 faith. Don't know how we just met Jerusalem, but apparently we did. Isn't that just marvellous? And part of the reason for my big build-up for that particular event was that, yes, that factory gives us ideology. So, the French of autocracy, maybe we best not. Brazil of freedom and order is, yeah, these guys over here, who are basically the guys I've been fighting with. So I'm going to join them. I'm not sure it's that helpful. There's actually aluminium under the capital. That's excellent. We actually already had some. By the way, which is of interest. 8 aluminium. Okay, that's our only source. At least it's a good one. Gives us signs of victory opportunity. You, sir, do need to retire. So, yeah. Oh, for Pete's sake, I pressed the wrong button. And now he's going to die. That's a bit annoying, actually, but it is just the way it is sometimes. You shoot that full down. And we'll hold off from actually finishing him off. Where did that stupid unit go? There it is. The silly Gatling gun. Hopefully my I'll chase it down with my Gatling gun. That's probably for the best. And with that, then it means that Messicani over here can build the hydro plant. Yes, just in case you've forgotten. +1 production for every tile next to a river, which is pretty much, yeah. I mean, all my cities are on rivers. So, and there are quite a lot of snaky, very fun rivers, which, yeah, bend all around the place. So, yeah, most of my tiles are actually on the river. So, yeah, Timok over here, once you're done with that, build yourself a hydro plant too. And same over here. We are going to be getting some phenomenal results off all of this. You, sir, you're so slow at everything. Are you actually not on a river? You might not actually be on the river. That's a shame, but there's quite a lot of river tiles on your territory anyway. Nonetheless, factory and public school, always good to have. Look who comes a-crawling. It's little thick-lipped Napoleon here looking miserable. He can give me some sugar and a bit of silver for that. I'm living close to fair, he says. No. No, sir, you are going to give me something for it. Oh well, too bad. I'm enjoying this little affair over here, by the way. Polynesia have taken this back several times now. You can see it's only on 1. If it were to be nuked, it would not exist anymore, which I guess does make sense. But yeah, if I can nick in and liberate it, I totally will. Ooh. Oh, that is perfect. Please, no one else attack it. I think the caravel might just... I mean, I don't know if it's going to have any chance to heal here. If it doesn't, we're strolling on in, baby. World Congress is not the time for that. No, it is time for this. Woohoo! And I could have the city, but I pillaged 1. Amazing. I'm going to liberate it, and I'm going to going to gain myself a liberation bonus. Oh, that is the cheesiest type of cheese I've ever seen. Excellent stuff. To be fair, Polynesia have lost it and regained it several times. So I'm just the latest in a swing of nonsense. But this time it's back with the Dutch. This is magnificent stuff. I just love it. Okay, we can go and run into that Gatling gun if we want to. That seems like a terrible idea in life in general. But the French, do you now want to have some peace? Now that I've done that as well, what will end it? Still, you're not feeling it, are you? No. They are utter fools. Right, well, we'll just leave the entire world to burn them to the ground. Peace with the French has been restored once again. This time, not quite a white peace, but I did accept a little bit of silver off them. With that, we get ourselves, yes, Wheel of the King Day, and having managed to get some gems, that's a couple more Wheel of the King Days as well for our magnificent cities. What do you like, by the way? You're looking for silk. We'll have to go and work that one out in time. The French are struggling a bit, by the way. They have lost Paris. It's gone a bit back and forth, but now one population and under control of Korea. If they do get it back, they are completely crippled. Must say, though, yeah, these guys, I'm not sure that they would win if they attacked me, but I think they're going in for the kill with the French now. Now, I did just give this back to them, so hopefully they're not going to attack, but yeah, an interesting one. Maybe I just need to slightly rearrange my positioning. As time moves on, we are going to need to figure out how exactly we're going to win this, and I think science is really our only realistic way. And at last we have a wonder, the porcelain tower of all of them. That will certainly help with our science production. I have no idea how this one was left. Cristo Redento just went, for Pete's sake. Okay, porcelain tower is ours. That is excellent. We have ourselves a lovely scientist. We have an engineer. And yes, obviously, having taken order, we are, if we're going to win science, we probably need the engineers to get through the parts at the end. So that's really going to be our game. We've got, yeah, we've got the tax on the units at this point. So we're just getting a couple more units just to make sure we're a bit safer than we have been in the past. Dutch allies are looking on the strong side in terms of the amounts of units, but their tech isn't any better than ours. And I am just starting to push through just a few of those down this side of the tree. Although, yeah, I do need to just push up to plastics ASAP, to be honest. I want those research labs as soon as possible. But basically, we're going to try and get some science. But, yeah, Ife Valletta, these are all like, yeah, very close. 18 away, 9 away. It's the same over here in Almaty, 9 away. But I've got my spies in each of them. So that will give us a little bit more power in terms of, you know, all of our influence and all of that nonsense. So things might just have a chance, but we were so far back by this endless war and just the nonsense of Deity. A golden age has dawned, and do you know why, ladies and gents? It's because the French have lost the city of Tours. Do they even exist, by the way? I'm not sure they do. Yes, indeed, the French are dead, and it's a golden age for our people. Oh, you've got to love it. What I don't love so much, though, is the fact that, yeah, Korea are incredibly strong. Now, in many ways, this war with the French may have cost them slightly in that the amount of cities that they've now got, including several of these French ones, presumably might just add up a little bit in terms of, oh, God, they've got anti-aircraft guns. Does anyone even have aircraft? I don't even know. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I had a bit of hope in my last commentary that we could catch up. But no, Korea doing well. I mean, they often get squished early game, but yeah, Korea doing well. They've taken out the French. My only hope is that they have too many cities, and that's going to hold back their science. But they've got artillery, and they've got anti-aircraft guns, and okay, we've got Comanche riders, but yeah, that's not going to do the job there. I'm just going to hope that this peaceful thing will work for me. I'm sending food to the capital. We're getting everything done. Hopefully science will keep picking up. I'm going to try and repeal the arts funding simply because, yeah, I'm going to need as many great scientists and great engineers as I can, and that is going to be causing me problems. I need to be stockpiling. I'm not doing that well enough. On the note of our impending non-victory, yeah, Korea are on the moon. That's good, isn't it? On the plus side, though, we are very close to research labs. 387 right now, and yeah, 4 turns from having them all complete. That could be a big boon. The railroad was supposed to be 4 turns away, but 681, that's what those research labs have done, and I am happy with that. The Kremlin has already been built, but, oh, and navigation, we just got that for free. I don't even think I was interested in that, to be honest, I probably had nothing else left on my list, but there we are. Okay, let's go and discover oily stuff. Archaeology, I'll be honest, archaeology should have been done earlier, if only because my lack of culture through this game is what's crippling me right now. I don't have the rationalism tree complete, and I should have it done by now, and honestly, those wars have just left me leaving that stuff far too far behind. And that's going to cost me. But, you know, it's fine. Over here, though, we are going to try and grab... Oh, they grabbed the chateau. What utter scum. But we do finally have Funny the bison. Yeah, the Koreans burnt the city down after all that time. I didn't, by the way. I never burnt it down. But I find the bison that I was worried about when they first plant the city down. Sadly, no chateau for me. I could have done with that 3 culture. Actually, I think we're like I think we literally just grew. I think they just beat us by a turn to that. The scum. Yeah, I mean Korea are basically the problem at this point. So I might just buy up actually the next couple tiles just to be sure that I've got a bit more power in this city at last, because it's always been slightly held back by the fact that everyone else has been the French have been battling us on that border forever. So yeah, that was going to cost us in the long run, but hey ho, time to go and build the railroads. And we have ourselves yet another wonder, and yet another, I mean, we actually have 2. But this is one that generally the AI tends to ignore. I quite like it. Bit of extra culture, happiness, etc, etc. Oh, a great new artist, enough culture for a disgustingly small amount of policies being fulfilled. But that is a nice one at the very least, so we'll grab that pretty quickly. We'll get a great artist, yes. Start a golden age. A golden age indeed. It's one where we might just have a chance of catching up. We'll go and get ourselves, oil over there. We just lost access to some of our oil because the Dutch have been attacking Zurich. We just ticked over into ally last turn. So, yeah, I just started shoving some of my units into this area just to remind them that they're not going to get in easily because I'm going to block 2 of the 6 tiles. So good luck. They could try with their boats. They probably could do it with their boats, but nonetheless, all will be fine. Can't help but notice, by the way, I'm sure I saw something over here about, yes, there was war between the Koreans. They seem to have killed another city-state or something like that. Anyway, they're probably not as much of the good guys as people might like to think in this world. Maybe we have to nuke them to even have a chance. Oh god, they're all the way over there though. They'd be impossible for us to nuke. Although in theory we could get a boat there, but that's not going to happen. Nonetheless, we are with that done now. We've got the museum here, but everywhere else, starting on the broadcast towers, making sure that culture finally ticks over, hospitals, all that lovely stuff is finally coming to fruition. If you needed any verification that we are not going to win, that is it right there. 69, not nice. Amount there for Seoul, or for the Koreans. 69, 61 here. I'm at 58. So, like, generally speaking, I'm fine. I'm catching the rest of the pack, but they're so far ahead. I don't really know what their goal is other than just winning science. World Congress is about to take place. They are very poor there. That's their weakest place, but no one's really jumped ahead in this part of the world. I just don't see how anyone's going to defeat them. I think it's fair to say at this point that Korea is an absolute monster. It's just taken over Rio de Janeiro. Well, we're all absolutely doomed. They're on a warpath. Apparently they're plotting against the Dutch as well. I mean, they're welcome to. The Dutch are trying to take over my ally Zurich, and quite how they're allowed is, well, I guess we're not allies with the Dutch anymore, but I don't really see how anyone can do anything to stop these guys at this point. The only way is that the AI just doesn't go for any particular victory with any sense, and we somehow manage to, well, we're far enough away to not be bulldozed by them. I think we'd be okay in a war because, we could always use our defensive buff as the Shoshone, but okay, we've just got to keep going. But Korea are ominous. At this stage, Sejong is just doing everything. He's got the Pentagon, he's got the Opera House, he's got the CN Tower last turn, he's got 3 boosters already. I've only just got the Apollo program, and the Dutch have conquered Zurich. Despite my efforts to blockade them, they had too many boats and artillery in the end. And this is gone. The chance has come. Now, I say the chance has come. I mean, Sejong has just completed the SS Cockpit, which should really be it. But as far as I'm aware, the Hubble telescope hasn't been completed yet. Oh, that's very nice. There we are. We've got our satellites. We can have a little look at the world in a moment. But that should mean Hubble telescope. Excellent work. Get that hammered. One turn, baby. Oh, it's back on, baby. The Hubble Space Telescope. We've got it. 25% for production when building spaceship parts. We've not even finished rationalism. We've not even got a single tenant in Shoshone order. But who knows? Maybe there's a hope. I mean, the hope is going to end soon because they're not actually invading me. They're invading Venice. But they're coming. They're coming, and they can. I mean, they've totally got this, haven't they? But you know what? We're going to drag this out as long as we can. We're going to go, straight for the spaceship factory. Obviously, we need to go that way anyway, so that seems the logical kind of general destination. We're going to just plough both of those guys straight away, and we're a little bit away. The thing is, we've never managed to repeal the World Congress penalty before, which has been a big shame. I have tried to throw all of my weight at it, and I have had some decent bits of going-ons in here. Yeah, I'm quite powerful here, 14 to 12, 12, 10. So I'm actually doing all right in terms of my influence, but I couldn't drag that one over the line, which is a big, big shame. God, Korea are too strong. I mean, they obviously are a massive science game. They normally, though, just get killed early on or really just squeeze into a corner. But yeah, if in this case they managed to take over this much of the map, they're unfortunately way too powerful. The map's a very strange kind of I can't remember which map even chose actually, but it's kind of like a fractal style map, doesn't it? Polynesia with all of this random nonsense to themselves over here, but not really managing to make the most of it. Oh well, we'll see if we can get anywhere with this, but I suspect they'll just come and kill me if I'm actually a threat. The international games have been completed. I was terrified about them because Sejong getting the tourism boost would pretty much give him the game. He only needs to finish off Polynesia and America. But okay, I managed to get enough to at least keep up my influence of the city-states, which is important, even though it is 4 turns of production. That's all I get from 4 turns of production, by the way. But it's fine. I at least managed to keep control of my city-states. And importantly, Korea didn't win it because they are scarily close when it comes to this victory here. 87. So 67 there over America. It's rising, but not maybe quickly. Right now, we are 4 turns from Apollo program. I've actually kept on getting distracted with that. It doesn't matter too much because we can only just get the spaceship factories down. So 4 turns for the spaceship factories over here and over here as well. Mosankani likewise is going to finish that off, a bit of bonus happiness. Just keep that in check with the stadium. But we'll pretty much be blasting out the parts after that and just hoping that scientists and engineers are going to help us. But our culture's not even going to be enough to get that helping us anytime soon, unfortunately. I think we might have to do this the old-fashioned way, which means I'm not feeling very confident. It's probably all in vain now, but I'm going to spend the tiny amount of faith I've ever managed to gather in this game on one great engineer who, I don't know, if nothing else in theory is there to help us over the line at some later point. It is now only one faction away from civilization victory in terms of culture. I mean, honestly, they could just win whichever way they want, but it's going to be an accidental culture victory for the EAI here, I would say, but we'll see if we can do anything about it. It kind of astounds me how no one has just completely vilified them. They seem to just be able to get away with whatever they want to do, which is a bit of a shame. I'm going to vote for myself as world leader. I am leading that. And to be honest, apart from Korea, I'm doing perfectly fine. But unfortunately, that's pretty much where we're at. Korea are just a menace and no one can cope with them. Oh, and on the note of this little area over here, by the way, this caravel has been exploring for a long time. It's finally going to return home. It can sleep forevermore. It came back with maps of the world only to find out that there were satellites and we already knew everything. But hey-ho, they've had a nice time and they actually survived, damn it. Well, victory has fallen short of us here today. I don't think we're quite lying in the desert sands like this, though. I would say apart from one absolute monster, we actually did pretty darn well. Onto the demographics. It says we're down here, but honestly, we were the next to win, if not for the monster that was Korea. And ultimately, we were the most approved of of all the peoples. Second illiteracy in the end, so, you know, that's better. I mean, I was ready to absolutely, like, leap forward and defeat the rest from there, but Korea was so far ahead. I mean, I said it when France just attacked me a few times, that they crippled themselves and they crippled me. It was too late for me, but we had a good go at it, damn it. We had a good go, and you know what? When you're feeling a bit under the weather, you just want to play a lovely game of Civ, you know what? It's great to be back in this game, and alright, I remember now why I don't play Deity too often. You really do have to play a very specific way, but at least I didn't die to war, which is often when you try and play Deity, it is just the ultra aggression that kills you. So I managed to survive. That's the key thing, but yeah, Korea, absolute monsters. Whenever I've won Deity before in Civ 5, it's always kind of been like more like an island setup, or I've been much more isolated where wars haven't been able to knock me back as much as it did in the earlier stages here. Actually, just very, very much in the middle here. I mean, very much literally in the middle. But hey ho, it is what it is. I had a nice time, and we'll go on to the maps because, of course, this is the way to go. Yeah, we actually started a turn or so late anyway. Extra land, of course, which was very important for our ridiculous situation. But yeah, the Dutch a little bit in the corner there. Didn't really know that at the time, but yeah, they're very much in the corner. Polynesia had all the world in the east to expand to. Very powerful production on them, but Venice always a nice neighbour to have in the sense of not land grabbing. But yeah, France really pushed forward at me. That was rude. Obviously, you have the US down here, Brazil here, and Korea up here. I mean, obviously, yeah, Korea, there's a few factions over here, but Korea are, at least for them, in the corner. They managed to not get attacked. If France attacked them rather than me, it could have been very different. But hey-ho, it is what it is. The Dutch obviously did try and take me on. We had an early war, with France there as soon as they placed that, but they wouldn't take it, damn it. There were our 4 cities, that was it. But yeah, I just didn't have any culture. I couldn't get enough of my ground in with the wars with France. It took too much out of me, unfortunately. Yes, of course, Dutch. Very, very strange, some of the goings on here. Now, okay, Korea actually quite quiet, solid kind of start, actually. Nothing too aggressive. In fact, apart from France and the later Korea, it wasn't very aggressive at all, was it? Dutch had their moments. They kind of pushed around a little bit, but yeah, I mean, they were a bit all over the place, aren't they, the Dutch? But they were kind of the exception, really. They had a bit of a war with the US by the looks of it. But yeah, unfortunately, the French spent all their energy on me, and then Korea ate them up. And at first I was like, oh, good, they're joining the war. But as soon as they took Paris, you did think, oh no, they're going to be too strong, aren't they? They burnt that down. I ate up some of that land. That was nice. But yeah, look at all this Polynesia had. But they couldn't do enough with it. Korea are so OP, it's ridiculous. But it's kind of interesting to see them win. I've never seen them win before. Probably because, as I say, they normally do get eaten up. The only uranium, by the way, on that spot, just there, I had not a single bit of uranium. In fact, neither did the Dutch. No uranium here at all. None up here. This entire eastern side of the map, I don't remember there was a single bit of uranium, just that one tile away from me. So there we are. By the end, Korea in absolute menace. US pretty strong as well. Actually, they ate some Brazil in that war. Everyone went to war with them apart from me. I gave up on war. But yeah, unfortunately, too weathered down by war. But I will take my second place. I'm taking it as second place, even if I'm not according to any of these stats. But hey ho, I will leave it here. There's a bit of a random one here, but hey ho, if you like a bit of Civ 5, then here you are. I will see you another time. Thank you for watching this. If you indeed have followed all the way to the end, I very, very much appreciate it. You can, of course, join the channel. Do like, subscribe, comment, all of that nonsense. There is also a link to the Patreon, Ko-fi, and obviously there is YouTube membership as well. But for now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is Temerity Human, and this has been Civilization 5 with, God's sake, why am I playing Deity? Thank you, and sally ho. The most plunderful time of the year. No flag, no country. Simultaneous death roboting. That's what we all came to see. The golden age as we nuke the world. These guys will soon be blown out of the water.
you see what I did there? I'm not proud of myself